And Mr. Wallace, what are you hoping for today?
I'm just agitated.
You feel agitated?
Yes, because of the bull crap performance she put on. Look, well, I need to walk out.
Closure.
I knocked it.
Stop it.
You sitting up here, you taking her
Come
back.
on.
You ain't even let me get a word in.
Stand up. Jerome, just give him a minute.
Now that was the moment Mr. Wallace finally reached his limit. Miss Austin is in court again today for the third time with Mr. Wallace. The judge starts digging into how this fell apart. Turns out Mr. Wallace didn't just walk away. He vanished. One day they were together, and the next, he cleared out the apartment and moved in with another woman named Kendra Lynn. Miss Austin describes it as abrupt, but the judge calls it for what it is, a cycle. Mr. Wallace seems to expect total loyalty and purity with the women that he's dealing with, while he's literally jumping from woman to woman, house to house, and pregnancy to pregnancy. They show the baby, and you can see the resemblance. Even Mr. Wallace can't help but to admit that the baby has his chin and his feet. But even with the evidence staring him in the face, he refuses to claim the child without the paper. He's being criticized for his double standards, expecting her not to be promiscuous while he's engaging in the exact same behavior. The judge points out that his behavior has not changed since the last time he was in her courtroom. He's caught in a loop of his own making. Now, this is the moment where the legal part of the case started to feel like a personal attack in Mr. Wallace's eyes. Imagine being in a room where your character is torn apart and being told that you're a hypocrite by a judge who once believed in you. We often judge people on how they react in these clips, but we also have to think about emotional exhaustion as well. You have a man who feels cornered by his own history and a woman who feels abandoned. We're getting closer to that explosive breaking point, but first, you have to hear the heartbreak in Miss Austin's voice. This isn't just about a DNA test anymore. This is about a woman who feels like she's being used as a net of safety for a man who won't stop falling. The resemblance between Mr. Wallace and this child is so strong that the judge jokes and says that it looks like he's been picked out of a police lineup. But Mr. Wallace tells the court, "You can't go off looks. I'm going off her actions." To him, the spyware and the other men are louder than the child's looks. Then Miss Austin finally hits her limit. She accuses him of being selfish and abandoning his kids to go be with somebody else. Then Mr. Wallace tries to play the legal troubles card, saying his living situation is not his fault. But Miss Austin is not buying it. She reveals that she moved into the apartment because he said that he wanted to get their family back together. She stayed by him through his struggles when she had plenty of other options and family support. She didn't leave him, he kept leaving her. The judge starts digging into where Mr. Wallace lives, and the answer is honestly exhausting. Miss Austin explains that he was living with her, but then left her to go live with another woman, broke down emotionally, and came crawling back to Miss Austin. She admits she felt empathy for him when he broke down. She let him back in, but the cycle just repeated. He finds any excuse to leave the house, leaving her wondering if he's a partner or just a guest. Mr. Wallace keeps throwing accusations that she has other men around, which he says is the whole reason they're in court. The judge is listening, but she's also watching a man who expects total loyalty from 3 different women. The judge is looking at these 2 women, Miss Austin and Miss Roberts, and she's genuinely confused. She asks the question we've all been thinking: why do you both want to be with this man? The judge analyzes the lifestyle and the situation of everything, and she tells the room straight up, Mr. Wallace has not matured to commit to anyone. But what wasn't expected by them was Mr. Wallace's response. To understand how things got so heated, you have to look at the timeline. The judge immediately points out that these 2 people are not new faces. In a previous case, Mr. Wallace was already questioning the paternity of one of Miss Austin's other kids. Now she's back seeking to prove that he is the father of her 9-month-old son, Raniel, just to get him to show up as a dad. Mr. Wallace tells the court he has multiple reasons to doubt that he is the father. But the judge is looking at the bigger picture. She's looking at a man who has children with multiple women, and she even questions if he truly loves the mothers of these kids. Mr. Wallace starts getting emotional, reflecting on his life. He tells the judge he wants his kids to have a father because he never had one growing up. He didn't have a role model to teach him how to treat a woman or how to be a man. She reveals that she actually spoke to him privately on the phone before. Back then, he sounded happy, he was with his kids. She even used him as a success story. So to see him back in court, tangled up with Miss Roberts, and still is dealing with Miss Austin, she's very disappointed. She is angry. So let's get into the case. Miss Austin tries to give us an update, saying things were going well at first, but it didn't last. The pressure of the past, the new pregnancy. Miss Austin explains how her life has basically been on pause. She tried to enroll in school, though she never made it because she got pregnant. And it wasn't just her. While she was pregnant with her son, Mr. Wallace's other woman, Miss Roberts, was also pregnant as well. Now, Miss Austin is standing there in the middle of a paternity suit for 9-month-old Roniel, while currently pregnant for the third time. The judge catches Miss Austin smirking, and she shuts it down immediately. She tells her this isn't funny, and you can see the shift in Miss Austin's face. She then admits that she is disgusted with herself for putting herself in the same position again. But then things take a turn. The judge asks Mr. Wallace why is he even doubting paternity if he's still messing with both of these women. His excuse? He claims that Miss Austin is extremely promiscuous. And get this, he admits that he installed spyware on Miss Austin's phone. He says he's been monitoring her texts and her calls, claiming that he caught her talking to multiple men. But Miss Austin isn't having it. She challenges him right there. She asked him, where's the proof?
When we was together, I had installed, it was like spyware on her phone. It's what texting different men.
Well, where your proof at?
You saying that didn't happen?
Where your proof at? I never saw it.
Then the respect of the courtroom completely disappears. They start going back and forth, trading jabs about who's sleeping with who. It gets so nasty that Mr. Wallace loses his cool and calls her a in front of the court.
You and the Lord know you a
No,
like,
you're
Hold on.
you're a
The judge has to check him immediately. She reminds him that regardless of how he feels, he is to speak to women with respect in her courtroom. But the real question she asks is the one that we're all thinking. If you thought she was cheating on you and you were literally spying on her phone, why are you still sleeping with her? Miss Austin confirms that she's also pregnant again, and she basically admits that she allows this toxic cycle to continue because she knows that he's with another woman. So eventually the courtroom is down one person because Miss Roberts, the other woman, has been kicked out after a heated exchange with Miss Austin. The energy is shifting, the judge is frustrated, and Mr. Wallace is about to be confronted with the one thing he did not expect: the truth about what was happening while he was busy spying. For the longest time, Mr. Wallace has been the one making the accusations, but the judge turns the spotlight on Miss Austin and asks her point blank, were you seeing someone else? And Miss Austin doesn't deny it. She says that she wasn't in a relationship, but she was seeing someone else because she was hurt. She was reacting to everything Mr. Wallace had been doing. But the judge shuts down that logic. She reminds them both that two wrongs don't make a right. They just make more mess. In this case, a 9-month-old child whose future is hanging in the balance. The judge also asks Miss Austin if she's hoping that Roniel is the father. She says yes, she wants that connection, she wants that family. But when the judge turns to Roniel and asks him how he feels, he doesn't say that he's nervous or hopeful. He says he's agitated. He calls Miss Austin's testimony a bullcrap performance.
Because of the bullcrap performance she put on.
He's not even looking at the potential of this being his son anymore. It seems like he's just looking for a way out of the hot seat.
Well, I need to walk out.
Just sit here and finish it. Come on.
Roniel, don't walk out again.
This is where the tipping point that we actually saw starts to happen. Roniel tells the judge that he needs to leave. You can see it in his body language that he's done. He's reached his emotional capacity. The judge tries to keep order, telling him don't walk out again, demanding that he maintain his composure. But Raniel is past the point of following those instructions. The court officers are having to step in to give him a moment to calm down. Now it's not just about the paternity test anymore. It's about a man who feels cornered by his own life and a woman who is desperate for stability that he simply cannot provide. Okay, now back to the paternity. This is it. This is the moment of truth. After all the accusations of other men, the spyware, and the emotional breakdowns, there's no more room for BS performances. The results are in that envelope. Before the results are read, Judge makes one thing clear. She isn't picking sides. She's been hard on both of them, but she emphasizes that the only reason why they're here is because Raniel came to know the truth. She's not just there to read a paper. She's there to provide answers and then hopefully provide a way out of this toxic cycle. She basically tells them, I'm going to read the results and then I'm going to try to get y'all some help. The results are read and Raniel is the father, but the judge knows that these two are still broken. The judge introduces a social worker from Chicago and he asks the most important question. Will they accept the help? They both say yes, and the courtroom ends on a note of hope. The judge calls the potential for change wonderful, and she wishes them all the best. But here's the reality. We watched Mr. Wallace lash out because he was at his emotional limit, and we also watched Miss Alston stay because she was at her emotional limit. A paternity test can tell you who the father is, but it cannot tell you how to be a parent. The lashing out that we saw earlier, that was a man who felt cornered. But with the resources that were provided to him, he finally has an exit that isn't that revolving door to another woman's house. So what do you think? Now that the results are out and the help is there, do you think they will break their toxic cycles for baby Raniel? Or do you feel like the damage is already too deep? Thanks for following this deep dive with me, and if you liked it, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel for more deep dives.